I'm here in beautiful South Florida, Boca Raton. Today I'm headed over to my buddy Rian Gittman's compound where he has these largest farm of wild exotic animals, and I'm gonna be training jiu-jitsu. I don't know what's going on, but you know what? I'm gonna bring you guys along with me, so let's go.
I'm going in. You know I can do what I want. Haters on me to follow, but I won't. Haters on me to slip up, but I don't. Stop trying to come copy mine, get your own. Yeah, know I can do what I want. Haters on me to follow, but I won't. Haters on me to slip up, but I don't. Stop trying to come copy mine, get your own. Yeah, you know I can do what I want. Haters on me to follow, but I won't. Haters on me to slip up, but I don't. Stop trying to come copy mine, get your own. Yeah, know I can do what I want. Haters on me to follow, but I won't. Haters on me to slip up, but I don't. Stop trying to come copy mine, get your own. Yeah.
So something like this, like let's say a little kitten, what do you guys sell it for?
Between $5,000 and $7,500. Between $5,000 and $7,500. Yeah.
Wow. Is there a lot of interest in those? I mean,
I
like,
sell more than I can produce.
really?
Yeah. It's a really good business if you do it right. Take care of your animals and your steak. Not like any industry, it's our industry has got a fair share of bad representatives. We do it right. We go way far and above any permit requirements, way far and above any caging requirements. You see what we do in here. This is our warehouse. So you just look around and start to see. This one just got a purple belt.
Hey, how are you? I'm Kenny, nice to meet you, brother.
Me too, man. These are the more common stuff that we don't house outside. We have kind of like a four-tier business. Breed and sell direct to consumer. We wholesale, so we import big shipments and I sell them to other wholesalers. But I also do something called jobbing. I'll bring in a shipment and mark it up very little bit and sell it to another dealer.
Okay.
So you know, we set up our tiers so that way if we can get our retail sales up above 20% and we're killing it.
Yeah.
But in case we don't, it's okay.
Yeah, you got other avenues of
Paulo Macedo, another MMA fighter. Brown belt in jiu-jitsu because he refuses to show up to the gym and get his black belt.
You gotta know a lot about this stuff too, huh?
Yeah, and I hire a lot of knowledgeable people. This is an interesting animal. This is called a sambo.
Sambo, no tail, huh?
It looks like it, right? They're subterranean. They live underground. And they use their tail as a decoy in case anything attacks it.
This is my first time I'm actually touching a snake.
Really? Serious?
Yeah.
You're doing great, bro.
Cause lately I've been screaming YOLO, cause lately I've been moving solo, been moving dolo. People see me, they be like, stop, let's take a photo. Can't let nobody take my mojo, can't take my mojo. Cause lately I've been screaming YOLO, cause lately I've been moving solo, been moving dolo. People see me, they be like, stop, let's take a photo. Can't let nobody take my mojo, can't take my mojo.
He's a purple belt. Purple? Purple belt is he? And he's an undefeated MMA fighter, right?
Yeah.
Undefeated?
Yeah.
We just got done touring this awesome facility. It was like a private showing. Nobody else was welcomed here, right? Right. Now we're about to hit the mats. Let's get some training in. Oos.
As soon as you're here, you're grabbing here, you're sliding down, and you go to this side. He's gonna be trying to use his hands to swim. I've got this hand here. He's gonna try and get over the top, right? As he does, he has to let go of this hand. I grab his wrist. As he starts to swim that hand in, he sees daylight that he can choke me. Choke with that hand. Right. I reach up, I grab my own head, and I straighten his arm out. You see it? That's simple. Very, very simple technique. I'm here, I slide down. This man has been around, so I'm gonna put you on the spot, brother, and I ask you, please teach us one of your favorites.
We're here.
1, 2.
Go slow on the finish. Notice my knee. Close it. Don't leave it here. That's hurting. So if you guys want, just go super slow. His leg in the middle. Over. Kick.
And invert under him. Yeah. All right, let's try it. 1, 2, 3.
Alright, so I'm showing some guys how to use a false read. Something I've been working on, just sharing a little knowledge with everybody. Good group of guys here. Welcome back to another episode of Rolling Conversation. I'm your host, Kenny Kim. Today is a special day because I am actually traveling. I'm here in South Florida at Underground Grappling. The host and the owner, Rian Gittman. Ryan, great to have you on.
Good to meet you, brother. Thank you so much for coming.
Before we go on, man, look at the logo. Grappling Underground. It's got a snake. It's got a, is it an alligator?
Yeah, it is.
An alligator. Tell me about your business here in this big complex. We're actually here in South Florida at an undisclosed location. Can't tell you guys where. He just gave me a tour of his company. Can you talk a little bit about your company?
We import, export, and sell wholesale and retail. Reptiles, amphibians, arachnids, exotic mammals, and turtles, tortoises, and everything in between. Company's been in business now for over 30 years. We employ a bunch of people, and we support South Florida and his businesses.
And he has a gym right here in his compound.
Yes.
How long have you been here?
We opened this during COVID, so we're about 4.5 years now. All the gyms locally closed, so we decided that we weren't going to be afraid of COVID. We were going to kill each other.
And Florida was actually one of the only states that stayed open, no? Or?
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I heard that Florida, I didn't travel during that period of time, but I heard Florida was a very free state. I can't imagine what went on in other states.
It was terrible.
You know.
It was terrible. But, okay, so let's talk about a little bit about your jiu-jitsu journey, how you got in. I know you're a Laboria black belt. Ricardo, your name keeps coming up. I mean, I don't know what it is. We just keep, going through our paths. Of,
all paths lead to Laboria.
Laboria, right? He's always busy too, though. Let's talk a little bit about your journey to jiu-jitsu, how long you've been training, and why you stuck around, and why you have this school. I know we talked briefly earlier. Like some of the guys that train here are, some of the employees, some of your friends, people from, all walks of life, and they literally pay with water. They bring 1 case of water a month, and he's actually giving back to the community. So let's talk about how you got to where you are and why you're doing what you're doing.
Some years ago, I was a boxer as a kid in Golden Gloves. My father was a boxing coach, and I wanted my son to follow in the footsteps of combat sports. And we went to the original American top team when it was family, when Libro was the head coach, and Marcos D'Amata Pajompina was the head jiu-jitsu coach, and Rafael Rebello, Amir Boussad, who they call Shark Tubaron. These guys were there, and while my son was learning boxing, they said, hey, you should take him over there, and I was really apprehensive because I didn't know these guys, and rolling around on the mat with a guy.
Especially as a boxer,
Right, exactly. Well, I wasn't even looking from the sports perspective at first. It's just, listen, this is my kid. I ain't going to have him rolling around on the ground with a man. Yeah. And then when you start looking up these guys, you're like, whoa, what is this MMA sport, man?
Yeah.
And then, you see these names come up, Carlson Gracie, and then you do a little bit of research and you find out, man, you know what? These guys are men. I respect that. At the time, I didn't know anything about Brazil or Brazilians at all.
Right. Me neither.
I had never had a picanha in my life. And we started, and he started taking jiu-jitsu lessons. And then I would yell as somebody who had a little wrestling, the slightest amount of wrestling in junior high school, oh, grab the head. And this guy, Rafa Rebello, he walked up and he said, Mr. Hine, you tell your son the wrong thing. You come, I teach you jiu-jitsu so you can teach him,
That's a great impression.
Oh, I've been around this too long. So I went and I bought a gi. And you at first day one jiu-jitsu, you feel like you're, the Pillsbury Doughboy. And he tells me, you bow the mat before you step on to show respect. And I took that first class, and after that class was over, I had never felt anything like that before. I remember having this guy on top of me, choking me. Oh, did I forget? I forget to tell you, you have to tap. You tap. You make it stop when you tap. Oh, yeah, that's a slight thing to forget to tell a guy, right? I remember sitting after the class was over, and everybody bowed out, and I sat down, and my life was completely wiped out before me. I was just exhausted. I was like, I have a wife and kids at home. What am I doing here? I'm 40 years old. I don't need another thing in my life. Brother Kenny, thank you so much.
Yes. Feet together, guys. It's about. I can't wait to have you guys for the next episode. So until next time.